Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Strive to Thrive grant ceremony. My name is Sam McCarter, and today I have the pleasure of being your ceremony MC. On behalf of my class and the grant ceremony team, I would like to thank everyone who has taken the time to be here with us today. Over the past couple of months, my class and I have embarked on a very eye-opening and unique journey. In this Strive to Thrive class, we were given the privilege to make meaningful decisions about allocating real funds to create a positive impact on lives. Today, we are honored to celebrate not just our class and the nonprofits receiving our grant, but also the incredible work that all 12 of these organizations accomplish every day. To start our ceremony, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, our Dean, Dr. Kathy Farrell. Dr. Kathy Farrell became the James Jr. and Susan Stewart Endowed Dean of the College of Business on December 1st, 2017. She served nearly 1 year as interim director of the College of Business at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln before becoming the 10th dean of the college. Elected to the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business Board of Directors in 2023, Dean Farrell is an experienced academic and business leader. She formerly served as the Associate Dean of the College of Business for 4 years and the Chair of the Department of Finance for 2. She also serves on Board of Directors of Lincoln-based organizations Nelnet, Assurity Incorporated, and Bryan Health. She taught university courses in banking and finance, and after joining the College of Business in 1993, she achieved tenure in 2002 and full professor in 2009. She has been recognized for her excellence in teaching and has received various awards from the College of Business and University Distinguished Teaching Awards. Prior to earning her PhD in finance from the University of Georgia, Dean Farrell was an auditor for KPMG Pete Marwick in Baltimore and Atlanta and earned the designation of Certified Public Accountant. She received her bachelor's degree from Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. Please help me in welcoming Dean Farrell.
Thank you, Sam. I'm always honored to be here. This is one of my favorite events of the semester when we're able to welcome some of our nonprofit partners here, but also to give me a chance to talk to the students that chose to take this class because it's such a great opportunity to learn about the nonprofit area. And I'm so proud of you for taking advantage of that. It's more than something that you can read in a textbook. We know that the Nebraska business community can do big things together, and this is one of them. With an introduction to local nonprofit leaders, you have no doubt met great leaders who help shine a light on the nonprofits working to alleviate homelessness in the Lincoln community. I also hope this influence goes deeper than just a semester. Your experience this fall helped you better understand the needs of the community. As you recall the challenges and the lessons learned, consider your role as part of that larger community after graduation. No matter where you go, the world needs civically minded people like all of you. I want to thank Dr. Jim Kraft's Finance 871 Nonprofit Financial Management class. They assisted the students as they reviewed the nonprofit's Form 990s and annual reports. Of course, that's a little bit near and dear to my heart since it's on the finance side of the organizations. Learning how to evaluate the financial health is an important part of this experience. It's great that this project also enables 2 classes to get hands-on experiences. While she wasn't able to join us today, I also want to take a moment to recognize a longtime community volunteer and philanthropist, Rhonda Seacrest. Not only does she provide financial assistance for the grants to be given today, but she is also a favorite guest speaker as she shares her vibrant energy with students during her visits. Her partnership allows us to offer the philanthropy and leadership course each semester. It's because of her that we're able to do this. Her insight inspires students to be aware of opportunities to serve and learn the ethics and business model of the nonprofit sector. To the local nonprofit leaders here with us today, thank you for your incredible work that you do for our community. By sharing opportunities to collaborate and demonstrating how innovation helps solve problems, you helped prepare these students and future business leaders for a world of engagement. I'm confident that because of the experiences you help provide, our students will be better able to contribute to their communities. We have learned that supporting our neighbors is vital to our success as a community. While we must write our own stories, I challenge everyone to continue asking questions about how to collaborate and cultivate innovative relationships to better our community. Also engage and share your talents to help strengthen our organizations, and then be bold and make your experience matter. With that, it is my pleasure to turn it back over to Sam. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Farrell, for being here and for your continuous support of Strive to Thrive Lincoln. Next, I am pleased to introduce our amazing professor, Dr. Amber Messersmith. Professor Amber Messersmith joined the UNL College of Business in fall of 2015. She is a lecturer within the Management Department, as well as Executive Director for the Center of Executive and Professional Development. She started teaching Management 411 during her first semester at UNL, and this fall marks the 16th iteration of Strive to Thrive Lincoln, the project name and brand developed by that original class over 9 years ago. She recently finished her term as board president for the Hub Central Access Point for Youth Adults, a local nonprofit helping to empower, educate, and employ individuals ages 14 to 24 who are disconnected from their families and community. She remains on their board and is passionate about serving this often overlooked population. Her past community involvement includes serving on the Pirtle Elementary School PTO board, teaching English courses to those who are new to the community, and volunteering with Lux Middle School, Foundation for LPS, F Street Community Center weekend lunches, as well as her church, Grace Chapel. Though she loves to travel and has lived in various parts of the West and Midwest and on the East Coast, she's grateful to get to live, work, and serve right here in Lincoln. She, her husband Jake, and their son Drew are all Nebraska natives and Husker fans. Without further ado, please help me give a warm welcome to our professor, Dr. Amber Messersmith.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, and again, let me welcome you to our grant ceremony. We appreciate the support that you're showing simply by being here today. Grant ceremony team asked me to share some background on Strive to Thrive Lincoln and its impact, along with my thoughts on the semester. As Sam mentioned, I began teaching this course in the fall of 2015, and also he mentioned that was the class where a small team of students developed our project name, Strive to Thrive Lincoln. Nearly a decade later, I still like it. It encapsulates what we're trying to do through our grant-making process. We strive or work diligently toward a goal. Now, what is that goal? To positively affect the lives of individuals in our community in hopes that they may thrive. A common thread throughout every one of those 16 semesters is 3 basic outcomes. First, we gain awareness of and appreciation for the community where we live, whether we've lived in Lincoln for a lifetime or just a few years while here in college. Second, we learn about our own leadership and philanthropy potential. And third, we recognize the gifts, the opportunities, and the privileges we've been given. In terms of impact, there are a few numbers I'd like to share, and they should appear behind me on the screen. We've talked about how our class is one part of this bigger Strive to Thrive Lincoln effort. And as powerful as this semester's work has been, we wouldn't be where we are today without the contributions of those who took the course across all 16 semesters. We're honored to have a number of our former members of the class here with us today. Let's take a holistic look at the impact members of the class are making. After today, Strive to Thrive Lincoln will have granted $160,000 to Lincoln area nonprofits. 707 individuals have been part of the grant-making process as a member of this course. Those 707 individuals have completed 100 different class service projects, resulting in 1,736 service hours given to our community. Now we get to do a little math. This is something we did not do in Management 411 very often. The most recent estimate of the value of a single hour of volunteering in Nebraska is $31.07. If we multiply that rate by the previous number of hours, Strive to Thrive Lincoln has contributed nearly $54,000 worth of volunteer time to nonprofits, in addition to those monetary grants we've awarded. Specifically, I'm going to bring it home to this semester. On a chilly October day this fall, the current class gave the equivalent of $3,332 of volunteer time, worth of volunteer time, when we served at Project Connect at Pinnacle Bank Arena. You'll soon hear more about this event that I view as a highlight not only of this semester, but out of all 16 semesters. In total, Strive to Thrive Lincoln has contributed nearly $214,000 worth of funds and service hours to the Lincoln area. We've talked this semester in class, though, that it's not all about the numbers. Numbers don't convey the true impact of grants. They don't capture how lives have been changed, how people have been supported, and how programs have been strengthened. But through moments like having a genuine conversation with an individual experiencing homelessness, really getting to know that individual, through listening to the stories that our nonprofit partners share about the successes and the challenges they face, and through class members fiercely advocating for the work of nonprofits, we get a better glimpse of that impact, of the impact this program is making in our community and on us. Finally, my thoughts on the semester. I want to share thoughts and direct them to two different groups in the audience. First, I want to speak to all of our guests, anyone who was not in the class this semester. If you had been with us in the room, I think you would have been impressed by this class. This was an engaged group who could put screens away and focus on learning. During deliberations in particular, I am certain you would have been encouraged by what you observed. Across 3 days, members of the class engaged in thoughtful, active discussion over our grant contenders, bringing up important details, supporting their opinions with evidence gained from collective due diligence, and ultimately advocating for our Lincoln neighbors experiencing homelessness. I told the class how proud I was of them for the way they participated in civil and respectful conversation, even when they didn't all agree. And I hope you're proud of them too. Next, I'd like to speak to members of the class. I asked a lot of you this semester. I asked you to go outside your comfort zones and do things that aren't typical college class assignments, such as interviews, site visits, planning a grant ceremony, coordinating logistics for what were essentially 12 field trips. I asked you to approach this course as more than just a grade, and this required you to think carefully about others' needs, not just your own academic work, as important as that is. Don't get me wrong. I asked you all to accept the outcomes, the processes, and final grant decisions, even if you had hoped for any of these to go differently. I asked you to use your voice. I asked you to go out into the community and be ambassadors for Strive to Thrive Lincoln, the College of Business, and UNL. I'm happy to report you succeeded. In particular, I wanted to share what a organizational leader, a nonprofit leader from an organization that was not selected this semester, emailed me just yesterday. This was completely unsolicited. He shared, the students represented you and the university very, very well. Yes, Management 411, I asked a lot of you, but I hope that on this end you see that not only are you capable of doing all these things, you're capable of doing them well. More importantly, our community is better because you had the courage to go outside your comfort zone and do something different. Become a philanthropist. Just as Dean Farrell mentioned, I hope that you don't stop looking for ways to make life better for those around you. That's how we get to pay it forward for this meaningful experience that has been entrusted to us. Before I finish, I want to recognize our fall 2024 course liaisons. Julia Hansen and Mia Smerzynski, could you both come to the front? and you can just stand up here for a second. I want to tell you what they did. Each of these individuals took the course in a previous semester and were willing to continue their experience by serving as a course liaison. They were mentors, sounding boards, double checkers, and encouragers to their respective teams and to me. I appreciate you both attending class, providing your insights, and doing what you could to ensure that each team found success. I'm excited for each of you as you graduate in about a week and a half, and I look forward to watching all of the good I know you will do. Would you please join me in giving Julia and Mia a round of applause? Again, thank you for being here to celebrate with us. And one little plug, we're just one day past Giving Tuesday, but I hope that during this holiday season, you'll consider the work of our 12 nonprofits, as well as hundreds of nonprofits doing life-changing work in our community. Now, enough from the professor. It's time for you to hear more from the members of the class, so I'll turn it back over to Sam.
Thank you, Professor Messersmith. Your guidance and passion for this class have truly made Management 411 unique. Thank you for being our biggest supporter throughout this whole entire semester. Now that you have heard from our dean and the professor, it is now time to help welcome my classmates to the podium. The individuals you are about to hear from are the team representatives. Chosen by their respective teams, these 6 individuals are here to give you an inside look at what they all have accomplished with their teams this semester. Please help me welcome from the communications team, Charlie Burt.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Burt, and I have an honor of representing the communication team today. On behalf of my incredible team, I want to thank all of our guests for attending today and for my classmates for all the work they have done to make this happen. Next, I want to take a moment to thank my team members, Joe, Kate, Elsa, Braden, and Lily. Each of you brought some unique thing to the table, and all your hard work helped achieve a significant experience. Throughout this semester, our team was tasked with primarily maintaining communication with the 12 nonprofits and all their Form 990s. We were able to work with Dr. Croft's Finance 871 class and received in-depth reports. We also communicated with our guest speakers this semester to make sure they found their way around the building. Additionally, we introduced our guests in class and sent signed thank you notes to all who took the time to speak with us. On a more personal note, though, this class has been an incredible experience for me. My dad is the president of a nonprofit, and I've been able to experience what an impact he and his coworkers do every day. This semester, I was able to be a part of that impact and engage with the community outside of campus. Additionally, I was able to learn more about the grant process and was fascinated by how much I know more about nonprofits and how they financially run. I never thought that a college course would have such a lasting impact on my life, but Dr. Messersmith and Strive to Thrive did just that. Thank you, and I'll turn it over to our evaluation team in Tinley.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tenley Kozel, and it is a true privilege to represent the evaluations team today. Our amazing team consisted of Afira, Anna, Bailey, Elijah, Sam, and myself. Our goal as a team was to assist our class in selecting 2 deserving nonprofits for our grants while fostering collaboration and insightful reflection. We crafted questions for both the Zoom interviews and the site visits that would give us a well-rounded view of each nonprofit. Our team ensured that our classmates had the tools they needed to dive deeper beyond surface-level research and made an effort to explore the stories and challenges that truly define these organizations. We began with 12 outstanding nonprofits, each which make a real impact in this community. Narrowing that list to just 2 was no small task, but ultimately we focused on whose work most closely aligned with our class values, effectiveness, transparency, and empathy. Over the course of 2 class periods, we approached each discussion with care, respect, and a commitment to making the best possible choice. However, our mission wasn't just about making a decision, it was also about reflection. Our Reflection Day, which takes place next week, will allow us to process our experiences and engage in meaningful conversations about what we learned through this journey. In just a few short months, our class has impacted the Lincoln community through collaboration, dedication, and a shared commitment to excellence. We demonstrated the power of teamwork and the importance of thoughtful evaluation. As we stand here at the grant ceremony, I am reminded of the incredible journey we've undertaken together. I am filled with gratitude for the opportunity to work alongside such dedicated classmates and faculty members. Thank you. Now, I'll turn it over to our marketing team representative, Dane.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dane Westengard, and I'm honored to represent the marketing team. First, I want to thank my amazing teammates, Brian, Jacqueline, Alex, Lauren, Nora, and Arvav, for their hard work and collaboration this semester. It's been such a rewarding experience working with all of you. Our team focused on sharing our class progress with the public, organizing information, and supporting communication efforts. In particular, we maintain 2 social media platforms, developing professional posts to share regularly throughout the semester. We also are developing articles that will be included in the Strive to Thrive Lincoln annual newsletter to share more about our semester and grant recipients. I'm proud that our efforts helped highlight meaningful organizations and support the class in making informed decisions. Personally, this experience has been incredibly eye-opening. Working with my team taught me the importance of attention to detail, collaboration, and the importance of the nonprofit sector here in our city of Lincoln. Being a part of this class showed me how philanthropy can truly impact communities. A highlight for me was our site visit process and speaking with the individuals who are in the field every day working for a better future for others. I've gained a deeper appreciation for what it takes to make a difference, and I hope to carry these lessons with me in my future line of work. Thank you to my team, our class, and our instructor for making this such a meaningful experience. Now please help me welcome our site visit team representative, Jordan Horkey.
Hi everyone, my name is Jordan Horkey and I'm a member of the site visit team. I want to start off by thanking Gage Casanova, Hallie Horner, Emma Hetherington, Andrew Linden, Hogan Haligso, and Harley Paparocki for making this semester memorable and creating a team that became more than just being classmates working on a group project. I think I speak for the whole site visit team when I say that Hallie deserves a special shout out and a big thank you for stepping into the role as our group leader. I'm grateful to have been given the opportunity to work on this team and enhance my relationships with all of you. Every person on this team was dependable throughout this process, and whenever any of us had personal conflicts or life got in the way, the rest of the team stepped in. Throughout the semester, everyone on this team communicated effectively and did their part without hesitation. Each of us contacted 2 NPOs to initiate communication and coordinate the time, address, and number of individuals arriving on the site visit. After we heard back from all the NPOs and received responses from the surveys Emma sent throughout the semester, we worked together to divide the class into site visit groups that didn't conflict with schedules and didn't overlap with the NPO each individual did their white paper presentation on. We made group chats to communicate to the 2 groups we were leading on what to do, the address, what to wear, which questions to ask, how to earn participation points for the site visit days, and the time of the visit. Following the tour, each member of the site visit team sent a follow-up email to thank the NPO for taking the time to meet with us and informed them of when the grant ceremony is and when they will know if they've received the grant. Lastly, we created the site visit presentation template to ensure this process was smooth after the site visits so that each of you could focus on vouching for the NPO you believe deserved this grant. Coming into Strive to Thrive Lincoln, I had no idea what to expect out of this class or how this process was going to go. All I knew was that there was 2 things I wanted. 1, to figure out if I wanted a career involving the nonprofit sector, and 2, to vouch for the friendship home if I had the opportunity, if I had the chance to. Luckily, I can stand here 5 months later and say that I got both things that I hoped for going into this class, and that's all I can really ask for. To the site visit team, I feel grateful to gotten to know all of you. You're all such confident, caring, and intellectual people. I grew as a student and as a person working on this team, and I wish you all nothing but success for your futures. Thank you, and last but not least, please help me in welcoming our grant ceremony team representative, Khulud Shamo.
Hello, everybody. My name is Khalud. I'm filled with joy today to be representing the grant ceremony team. It is an honor to be standing before you today as we come together to celebrate and support the incredible works of two nonprofits receiving this grant. Before we dive into the excitement of today's awards, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to the amazing team that made this ceremony possible. First, to my fellow team members, Sam, Kiara, Lauren, Josie, Carissa, and Devin. This journey has been one of a collaboration, creativity, and dedication. We've worked side by side to ensure every detail from the planning stages to today's event we've executed with care and thoughtfulness. Every brainstorm session, every meeting, and every late night discussion has paid off at this moment. Without your passion, expertise, and tireless efforts, none of this would have been possible. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to bringing this vision to life. As I reflect on the process of planning this grant ceremony, there are several lessons that stand out to me. The first, the power of teamwork. In the moments where challenges arose or uncertainty crept in, it was our collective problem-solving communication and mutual support that carries us forward. Each person brought something invaluable to the table, and it became clear that when we work together, we're capable of achieving great things. Another key lesson I've learned is the importance of listening. Throughout this process, we've had the privilege of hearing from so many passionate individuals, from our nonprofit partners to those behind the scenes of the ceremony. Listening to one with an open heart to the needs and dreams of others has been a humbling experience. It is a reminder that in this work, we're not just awarding grants, we're investing in lives, communities, and causes that have power to create lasting changes. Lastly, this process has reinforced for me the incredible impact of the support and recognition can have on an organization's work. These nonprofits are doing important and transformative work, and being part of the ceremony has given me a deeper understanding of the profound effects that will place resources and attention to details have on the success of the organization. I'm proud to be part of the team that not only recognizes this potential, but also plays a small role in fostering it. Today isn't just a celebration of grants, it's a celebration of possibilities. Thank you once again to my team, to our recipients, and to everyone who's contributed to making this possible. I look forward to seeing the continued growth and success of these amazing organizations. Thank you, and I'll turn it over back to Sam.
Thank you so much to all of the team representatives who came up and spoke. Can we give them another round of applause? Charlie, Tinley, Dane, Jordan, and Khalud, thank you all so much for speaking on your team's behalf and for all of your hard work. Traditionally, there has been a service projects team that has been responsible for all of the scheduling, travel coordination, and communication that went into planning for our class to volunteer for these nonprofits. However, this semester we had a special opportunity to all serve together on a day-long service project. Please help me welcome Elijah Riley up to the podium to tell us more about our unique experience.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elijah Riley. I'm a fifth-year student here at the university, and I'm very happy and honored to be here celebrating these amazing nonprofit organizations that are working with people that are at risk or currently experiencing being unhoused. The work that you do, and all organizations alike, truly change lives and make this world a better place. So I want to thank you. Thank you for the blood, sweat, and tears that you guys have put into getting to this point. Thank you for the sacrifices and everything that you've done. We as a class are lucky to connect with so many amazing people and organizations throughout the semester, and this was truly a one-of-a-kind experience. As a class, in order to begin to understand the wide breadth of how and where homelessness is affecting our community, we had speakers visit us to share their perspectives, staggering data, and ultimately tell us the story of why this is a problem worth solving in the Lincoln community. Being primed with presentations from Chris Allende, Lori Seibel, Jeff Chambers, we were able to really dig deep into this problem and develop our own understandings of how this is affecting the unhoused community here in Lincoln. We did this through volunteering at Project Connect Lincoln. For those who do not know, Project Connect is a one-day, one-stop shop for members of our community that are facing homelessness or near homelessness. This event had over 100 providers, 300 volunteers, and altogether we served 526 people from our community that needed access to life-necessary resources that most of us don't think twice about. Project Connect was a hub for connecting people of the unhoused community and having a chance to have one-on-one conversations to really learn what they are going through and the problems that they face today, which ultimately helped us in making our decision for the grants recipients. Something eye-opening to me came from a conversation I had with a volunteer who was a Navy veteran, and we'll call him Steve for the sake of the story. In 2009, Steve was a person that was experiencing homelessness, and he didn't have much to his name other than the clothes on his back. October 23rd of 2009, Steve attended the first ever Project Connect Lincoln, at the time which was called Project Homeless Connect Lincoln. Steve left that event feeling gratitude for the experience that he had just had and all the opportunities that he was able to make the most of. Since then, Steve has been coming back every year to Project Connect Lincoln and now is a volunteer to help people navigate all the plethora of booths and opportunities and people that were once in his shoes. I learned really how special of a place Project Connect was from Steve for the simple fact that people can go table to table and try to find people that can help them and serve them with different opportunities. Something that is really niche about this is they can walk 10 feet in any direction and find someone if they aren't able to get connected due to eligibility requirements. And this is really special because typically people that are within this population would have to travel for days across Lincoln to get to all these organizations. So having it all in one place really breaks down those barriers and is crucial to the people in our community that are facing these things. And having a place like this where everyone can unite around one mission and without any competition is crucial and is a huge tool in ending the fight of homelessness. On a personal note, I'm a Lincoln native. I was born and raised 6 blocks south of 48th and O Street, and I have friends and families that have been on both sides of those being care providers and also being members of the unhoused community. In fact, at Project Connect, there were many people that I knew personally on both sides of the booths. And for me, it was most inspiring to see my people that were in need going out and getting the resources that helped them. It really was a testament to their strength and resilience in times of difficulties. If you've never volunteered at Project Connect Lincoln, I implore you today to do so. If you have volunteered in the past, I ask you to do it again. Although this event only runs once a year, it has the potential to have an impact that lasts a lifetime. We know this by thinking back to our friend Steve, a Navy veteran who was down on his luck without a home and now credits Project Connect Lincoln for getting him into a better place. I speak on behalf of the class when I say this experience provided us with great insight, personal stories, and connections to the homeless community in Lincoln. We are very grateful to have been a small part of this big impact, and I'm so grateful that we were able to experience this. Thank you all for your time. Remember, love makes the world go around. Congratulations again to our grant recipients, and peace.
Thank you, Elijah, for giving us an insight into that amazing day. As we move into announcing our grant recipients, I want to give Miss Rhonda Seacrest another shout out. This process truly would not have been possible without the generous contributions of Miss Rhonda Seacrest, who has actively supported multiple causes in Lincoln and across the state of Nebraska for many years. I'd also like to give a thank you to all 12 of our nonprofits for sharing a glimpse of the incredible work that they do for the community and granting us the privilege of touring their organizations during our site visits. The organizations are as follows: Bridges to Hope, Catholic Social Services, Cedars, Centerpoint, Community Action Partnership of Lincoln and Saunders Counties, Family Service Lincoln, Fresh Start, Friendship Home, Lutheran Family Services, Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach, People City Mission, and the Tenant Assistance Project. Now, I have the pleasure of introducing Kira Bosiger to announce our first grant recipient.
Hi everyone, my name is Kira Bosiger and I had the pleasure of being part of the Fall 2024 Strive to Thrive grant process. With an emphasis on individuals experiencing homelessness this semester, we were able to learn extensively about the circumstances that can lead to homelessness. These can include generational cycles of poverty, drug use, incarceration, and many more. However, one cause of homelessness I had never truly considered, especially for women, was domestic violence. Throughout my time in this class, I've experienced and learned many things that will have an impact on me for the rest of my life. But none of these things will have as great an impact as my experience meeting with Danny and Leah while visiting the Friendship Home of Lincoln. While I have never personally experienced domestic violence, as a woman, I couldn't help but stand with chills of empathy as I heard the horror stories so many women in our city face each and every day. I was shocked to hear how prevalent domestic violence is in our community, as it so often happens behind closed doors. There is a need for confidential, safe sheltering options in our community. For many victims, it would be safer to flee and end up homeless than it would be to stay with their abuser. This is why the Friendship Home of Lincoln exists. I was blown away by the passion Danny and Leah both held for their work and their mission of supporting, sheltering, and advocating for domestic violence survivors and their children. The Friendship Home offers a 24/7 crisis line, confidential emergency shelter, transitional living, case management, advocacy, and so many more trauma-informed services to provide safety and care for victims of domestic violence. It is evident that the Friendship Home is selfless in their giving, and that if granted more support and awareness, they will work tirelessly to meet the demand of every survivor in Lincoln. I am confident that this grant will aid in the Friendship Home's continual growth and will allow all of us to play a role in protecting domestic violence survivors, encouraging them to have dignity, pride, and hope in their brave journey to safety. Congratulations to the Friendship Home of Lincoln for being one of our Fall 2024 Strive to Thrive grant recipients.
Good afternoon, and thank you to this group for your tremendously thoughtful support. I'm filling in for Danny today, but this group has been incredibly compassionate and has shown great character through this process, and it's been reflected through the conversations at work at Friendship Home as well. A question's often asked by people in the community, why doesn't she just leave? Why does she stay in that household? It's incredibly important for survivors to have a place to go that is safe, confidential, and has the specialized support to put around them as they're going through such a tremendously dangerous and tumultuous time. When women go to leave a batterer, they have a 77% chance more of being killed in that situation. So when we say, why doesn't she just leave? Often, she's putting herself in a more dangerous situation, her children in a more dangerous situation, and even their pets in a more dangerous situation by moving forward. If we can provide those safety skills in this shelter and the counseling, partnering with people in our community like LPD, LPS, Child Advocacy, and other agencies, including this one, we can help create a support system for families as they go to move on and come into shelter and rebuild a life free from that violence. It does take a village, for sure, to work with all the people in our communities. Last year we served 1,660 survivors and their children, and we couldn't do that without the community's support. When I go out and I speak with donors or people in the community, often I'll hear, oh, a family member of mine had to use your services. Or, oh my gosh, Friendship Home, I know a person who stayed there. We've had people speak and say, oh, I love being a kid in shelter. We had so much fun. But the one that always hits me, and I'll leave you with this because it's really important that the community has access to this service, is the one where I hear, my mom might have lived if she had known about Friendship Home. And I heard that from a young man just a month ago. His mom had passed away 2 weeks before that. So when I think about how important this service is, please, understand that we provide a crisis line 24/7. We can help people safety plan. It's so much more than shelter. And as we build this together as a community, please make sure that if somebody you know needs our services, provide them crisis line information and have them give us a call. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kirsa Jewell, and I had the privilege to be a part of the Strive to Thrive class this fall. For this semester, we had our primary focus on the nonprofits to provide to the homeless, and we learned more about the different organizations in the Lincoln area who provide for this cause. Specifically, learning about the factors on how one becomes homeless. For example, being unable to pay rent, just losing a job, drug use, and so on. However, I would have never considered the people who have been previously incarcerated. During my time in this class, I have grown to have an overwhelming passion for one specific nonprofit. We had the honor of visiting Bridges to Hope of Lincoln, and the moment we walked in for our site visit, the staff gave us a genuine and warm welcome. The person who was the most impactful and motivating who we had the privilege to meet was Rhonda Mattingly. She is the executive director of Bridges to Hope organization, and I cannot express enough how she is one of the most passionate people I have ever met, and she absolutely loves what she does. Through her stories, she would tell me about personal lives of others and how she helps them in any way that she can, which she would also profoundly moves me to want me to help her in this organization. Listening to the different traumatic stories of the people in the area and everything that they have gone through makes me have compassion and empathy for them. The need to help these people who have been incarcerated should be talked about more. Through this process and looking at all the different nonprofits, we realized that this one was one of the most underrated. Bridges to Hope is an organization that serves previously incarcerated people and helps provide them with good quality items needed for everyday life and a place for them to stay. They try to make transitioning back into the community smooth and help them become successful contributors to the society. It is more than evident that the people who are a part of this nonprofit are fueled by passion, selflessness, and enthusiasm. I am more than honored to announce that this grant will provide more resources for those who have been incarcerated and help the Bridges to Hope Village, which will provide housing for those who cannot afford a home. This will help the organization grow overall and allow Strive to Thrive's grant to be a part of this process. Congratulations to Bridges to Hope, our second fall 2024 Strive to Thrive grant recipient.
And then would you give them?
Thank you so much, Carissa, and the rest of your team. This was just such a good experience. Having them come to Bridges to Hope, they all were very enthusiastic and attentive to what we were saying. And Carissa is right that this population is underserved. There's so many that feel like they've done their crime, let them do their time. But what people don't realize is that by not supporting them on their reentry into the community, a lot of times they recidivate and go back, and that impacts all of us. And it impacts our tax dollars, our crime rates in our community. So it's very, very important to support those that are reentering. One of the biggest obstacles that we have seen, I have been at Bridges to Hope for about 10 years now, and the biggest thing that kept coming up is housing. They may have wonderful jobs, and they may get an amazing salary, but they still have landlords that are unforgiving of their record. And so there's no place for them to live. So we had heard about an idea of tiny home villages from Eugene, Oregon, and I thought, why not Lincoln? We all understand that there's a housing crisis, affordable, safe housing in Lincoln, and so why not tiny home villages? We collaborated with the Department of Corrections, Millard Lumber, Metro Community College, and many, many others. And we now have approval from the City of Lincoln, who donated property, to begin our construction on 18 tiny homes that will house the priority population of reentry. However, Bridges to Hope is privately funded. Therefore, if there is a vacant house and there is a mother sleeping in her car with her baby, we can invite them in. So this goes beyond just the reentry population. This addresses the homeless population throughout the community, and we couldn't do it without the assistance of all of you and Strive to Thrive and the students and the rest of the community. So we are deeply grateful, and as Carissa said, this is not a job for me. Again, 10 years, and I still wake up every morning and am ready to go and serve. So when you find something passionate about, go for it and live it and make that your job, because it's never a job. The final thing that I would like to leave you with, however, is that Carissa actually, her roommate is now volunteering with Bridges to Hope. So this whole process, Professor, is exactly the way it's intended. Go out, spread the word, bring other people around to the community, and provide the awareness. And drop our stones, and let's get rid of the judgment and look at these people as human beings. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. What a gift.
Thank you so much, Friendship Home and Bridges to Hope, for all that you do for our Lincoln community. We cannot wait to witness the evolution of change in our area as a result of your contributions. Once again, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here with my class to celebrate this incredible milestone. Congratulations once again to our grant recipients, Friendship Home and Bridges to Hope, and a big thank you to all of the nonprofits who have been a part of this process with us over this past semester. Thank you all so much for being here. Please take food as you exit and wave down our photographer if you'd like to take any pictures, and we'll see you guys all in the spring. Thank you so much.